We can all agree that 2020 was a terrible year. The raging pandemic quickly took over the world, resulting in millions of cases and as of now, over 2 million deaths. Unemployment skyrocketed as people were advised to stay at home and follow CDC guidelines, which in turn took a direct hit to small businesses, airlines, and cruises alike. As months went by, the virus took a huge mental toll on millions of people during the lockdown, wondering when it would be completely safe to go out and travel again. According to a survey done by the Generally Global Assistance, 64% of Americans preferred to travel domestically for the first half of 2021. Some Americans were thinking of traveling abroad as soon as Memorial Day, but around 54% of them were taking extra precautions and waiting 6 months after a vaccine was introduced. However, when can you actually travel again normally? You know, those good old days when you didn't have to wear a mask everywhere you went, require proof of a negative COVID test, follow CDC guidelines like social distancing, or self-isolating yourself for 2 whole weeks. When will the world finally overcome this pandemic and resume normal life again? Well, the answer to that is when most of the population can reach herd immunity. This will occur when the vast majority of people in a geographical region gain immunity to the virus, resulting its spread to eventually slow down and stop. Despite the initial rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine, it's still not 100% safe to travel domestically or internationally, since not enough people have been vaccinated yet to reach that stage of herd immunity. It won't be fully safe to travel domestically unless your country reaches herd immunity. And for international travel, both the country of origin and destination need to reach herd immunity. So what if you get vaccinated? Can you travel like how you did prior to COVID-19? While the current vaccines are effective in preventing symptoms to the people who receive them, people who are vaccinated can still transmit the virus to others as asymptomatic carriers. It's also unclear how long the immunity lasts after receiving the vaccine. This is why vaccinated people will still have to follow mask wearing and social distancing measures until, according to Medical Director Anthony Harris at WorkCare, we reach the herd immunity magic number, which is around 196 million individuals in the United States. So when can we reach herd immunity? The vaccine rollout, which has been occurring over several countries now, should expedite the possible long journey to that stage. Though Dr. Anthony Fauci has stated that most of the United States won't be vaccinated until the fall of 2021. When your country will reach herd immunity depends on how well it responds and distributes the vaccine. Most of the world is expected to reach or at least start to reach herd immunity by early 2022. When most of the population is immune to COVID, many countries should start easing restrictions like mask wearing, quarantining, and social distancing. That is when the world will start returning back to normal and traveling should be completely safe again. Early 2022 is an optimistic date and can only be reached if countries keep the strong restrictions, people collectively follow CDC guidelines, and travel is kept to an absolute minimum. Traveling at a minimum is advised, and when you do go, it's equally as important to choose the right location and method of transportation. For example, traveling by plane to densely populated cities can possibly get you a one-way ticket to the hospital. Instead, a safer way to travel during a pandemic is to drive in your own car to less traveled places where COVID cases are at a minimum. And it seems like more and more Americans are doing just that. According to Vrbo's 2021 Travel Trend Report, lakes, rivers, and streams are becoming increasingly popular among travelers. These places, which are away from any large civilization, should grant a lower risk of catching the virus. And people are definitely taking advantage of that. Renting out cabins near lakes, rivers, or mountains away from any large urban city definitely allows people to finally breathe a sigh of relief. However, until herd immunity is reached, COVID restrictions will not be completely lifted and the risk of catching the virus will still be present. Hopefully, most of the world reaches herd immunity before 2022, so we can travel again without the worry of following CDC guidelines and restrictions. What are your travel plans for this year? Are you willing to travel at all or wait until most of the world reaches herd immunity? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'd also appreciate a like and subscribe. More videos coming out soon.